Are there plans to learn Farsi for the office? Are there plans?
Oh yes, we've already started in Dubai.
Really?
We have Farsi lessons twice a week.
Oh, fantastic.
Just started last week, and Freek is setting it up for Tehran as well. So I think, like any assignment where the potential candidates are not familiar with the environment, there's a great hurdle to entry. But once you jump over that hurdle, in other words, once you get the people into the country and allow them to become a bit familiar with it, either by one or two visits or information like we're putting together here, you find that once the people are in, they become very accommodated and comfortable with the environment.
In my experience, enthusiastic, I think.
I'm well aware that Iran is, a very different country than the Arabic countries on the other side of the Gulf. I mean, I think it's a very different culture. The Persians are different people, different origins than the Arabs. This is a real country run by Iranian. I think immense national pride, a sense of their place in history. I'm afraid I can't really say optimism for the future. I think it's characterised by concerns for the future, which direction will Iran head. But as I say, still, despite problems, a great sense of nationhood.
Nobody there?
Nobody here. We've all gone for lunch. Look at this wonderful. No, let's film this
Hi,
lovely
how are you?
tanker. They've all gone for lunch.
They've all gone for lunch. Well, we'll go for lunch then.
Right, lunch is lunch.
Okay.
Yes,
yes.
during the
Maybe
lunch.
5 minutes later.
Okay,
Are you
that's
what? Lunch upstairs, 12:30.
Yes, VIP lunch.
Okay.
They're having lunch.
Yeah, they are.
Well, excuse me, I'm just going to go and nobble them then.
Good
if you
luck
don't
with
mind. It's been all right.
It was fantastic.
No. It's not as bad as it looks.
No, but the culture's very important to understand that. That's my feeling. Do you think that as well?
Absolutely. I mean, I think like any sort of large city, you'll find all sorts of people.
Yes.
And all sorts of niche cultures that...
that is such a good point because,
Yes, I
we
mean,
have
it's
to
not,
fall into... Sometimes foreigners sort of generalise and they say all Iranians do this or all Iranians are that.
Yes.
It's just not true.
No. I mean, there might be some major trends. I think that those are realities of any place.
Yeah.
You can, but on the whole, you can find all sorts of differences and differences of opinion and differences of all sorts. It depends where you go and what you look for. I think in many ways.
That is so true,
I mean, if you're looking, whatever you're looking, you're bound to find it.
Yes.
So it depends on your preconceptions also.
چیزی که جالبه این که تو هیچ کجای جهان تو کشور اسلامی 400 سال یه به اصطلاح اقلیت مذهبی تا حالا نتونسته زبان و فرهنگ خودش رو حفظ بکنه، اما تو ایران این کار شده. 400 سال زبان و فرهنگ ارمنی تا حالا باقی مونده.
In Tehran, we have 12, I think about 12 churches for Gregorians, but also we have Armenian Catholics and Protestant also. They have their own churches as well.
در زمان عید پاک، مدتی که عید پاک هست، همه شراب مصرف میکنن و تو مراسم کلیسا این نون مقدس ها توی شراب.
There's not really much of a social life. Ours, I think, tends to be around the parents. It's activities that the parents do, parties that the parents have, things like that. It has to be linked to work because there's nowhere to meet anyone else. There's no pubs and things. If you go to the coffee shop, it's not like you can just go up and start talking to someone. It's not easy to meet Iranians either.
My experience is a bit different because I didn't come to the school originally when we came to Tehran. I'm here because my husband's here with his company, and most of our contacts through the company are Iranian. So I probably knew more Iranians when I first came here than I did other expats, which created difficulties in itself because of language difficulties and that kind of thing. But everybody was very welcoming.
Well, I've been around with a friend and we can't speak a word of Farsi, but we've gone thousands of miles and everybody always helps you. You know, it's no problem. You can easily get a hotel, a taxi to take you. People are very, very friendly.
مشنوی دوست که غیر از تو مرا یاری هست.
Yes, but how many apples come in a kilo?
Between 4 and 6, I would imagine.
6.
7
or 8.
Depending on
Can
the
I
size.
then have, I only want about 4. Can I have,
how much? 4?
4. Is that punch? What is 4?
4? Chahar.
Chahar. Chahar. I don't know how long I'm going to be
Merci.
though.
Welcome
Sort of about other things.
Thank you. No, a quarter of a kilo, please. 250 grams? 200 grams. Less than half a kilo. You give me this, I'll swap you. Okay? Merci.
The brown up there. Next to the lull is lull red. Ribbon on the shelf. No, on the shelf, the ribbon. Brown, that one. Chande bananas.
Hazar Sisat.
Hazar Sisat. I don't know.
What is Hazar?
Hazar, something thousand.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I don't know what the other bit is though.
Where's your driver?
This is the thing, I asked the price and I've absolutely no idea what's being said. Yeah, I was actually in Jammy Jam this morning looking at the fruit and vegetables and they have a nice choice.
I've enjoyed it. I can't say anything other. I've enjoyed everywhere I've lived and I've enjoyed being here. We have a house, we have a lovely garden, but the house is old and it has its obviously problems with maintenance that goes with that, but it's lovely. We really like our house. We are the only people in the area that I know of, but I don't feel isolated. There's a mosque at the end of the street and the guys keep an eye on the children when they play out. Things to do is limited because you can't do many things together. So although there might be bowling and there might be a swimming and there might be other things, the fact that there are ladies' times and men's times makes it very difficult, I think. The biggest problem really has been the traffic. I find the traffic really tedious to deal with.
It's very stressful driving here, especially on the highways, but it gives you a sense of freedom, and it's very common for women to drive. Iranian women, there's a lot of women who drive here.
Pop singer called Cat Stevens.
Yeah, I heard of him.
You ever heard of him? He's doing a concert in Tehran in about a week's time.
I was expecting, you know, more nervous atmosphere.
Yeah. You didn't find it?
I didn't find it at all.
Compared to everywhere else we've lived, I think we've found that the people here are far more willing to talk to us, and we've been invited to lots of families, and you know we've had some good trips out with local Iranians, and that's really nice to actually feel that you're understanding the people of where you live and the culture.
How do you all get to school? With your dads? Or your mums?
I can walk, but it's too dangerous to cross the road.
Okay.
Yeah, is that straight? No.
And what do you like to do at weekends?
Go to Stephanie's house.
Stephanie, what do you like to do at weekends?
Go to Ryan's house.
Do you think Tehran is a really beautiful place?
It's a bit crowded, but the people are very nice.
Yeah.
I don't like the clothes. Once when we went to the mountains, we enjoyed it because all the snow. We had lots of snowball fights, and we built a snowman, went skiing, and the best part was I took a dog for a walk.
How about you, Paula?
My daughter, half Iranian, half German. Of September she started coming here.
I can easily say we have got over 30 different nationalities here now. At the beginning, they are quite reluctant because they don't know the image Iran is sending out, their place and the sort of lifestyle here. It's a bit scary for them to come here, live here. But as soon as they are here, after a month, they will realize the difference and how people are friendly, nice.
There is a German school, a French school, Italian school, Korean school, Japanese school, this school and the international school. The only school which offers a broad-based education for the international community, which is based on the English language, is the British school, which is actually a British-Dutch foundation. So we teach English, we teach Dutch to Dutch children and a second language to all children, which might be Farsi lower down the school or French further up the school.
Have you had any medical emergencies or anything like that? Which no.
My daughter came with particularly nasty ear infection, which she'd had for 2 years in Norway, and we found a good doctor here, and we've had no problems. It's cleared up, and he's dealt very well with her. I couldn't complain about any medical facilities that we've used here at all.
99% tell me what they see here and what they see on the TV is the totally different thing, and they're just shocked at how different it is from the rest of the region, and it's a surprise to them how advanced in many fields and areas that Iran is, and medicine is one of them. 7 years ago we started business, and a few things had happened in the foreign community where the foreigners didn't know what hospitals to go with or where to be, and everybody said let's go for it, and we started just with Shell, and it just took off, and now we cover about 80 companies and embassies and about 1,000 foreigners just in Tehran alone. Short term, we will deal with almost everything here, but the person has the choice. The quality here for trauma, I think we do pretty good in this country. We are not like Iraq, we're not like Afghanistan, which a lot of the foreign world has the perception of.
My impression of this private health system that you have here in Iran is that it's absolutely excellent. Yes. And I had my baby here, and you know, everything that my family have experienced here in 5 years has been fantastic.
It's not as complicated as most people think it is. It's quite an easy life here. It's a very interesting country. The people are very nice. There's a lot of things to see. You can travel around a lot. Kids are quite happy. So it's basically, there's not a big but a quite nice Dutch community. So where we organize every now and then some nice evenings.
Good.
So
there are parties.
There are parties, yes.
Oh my gosh, hello.
Earthquake proof.
Oh! So how does this place compare with Dubai?
What is really nice is that we have Thursdays off, so I can go on Thursdays, ladies again from 9 till 3, and on Saturdays it's all day ladies as well. There's lots of machines in terms of weights, there's lots of electronic equipment like bikes, rowers, stepping machines.
Trainers.
There's trainers on the floor who seem to be very approachable, and if you have a problem with you know, any sort of machine, that they're there to help you. There's a very nice pool as well, about 25-metre lap pool. I saw a lot of ladies who were in very state-of-the-art sort of aerobics gear, and there was also, you know, myself, who I just had some very baggy shorts and a t-shirt.
Still allowed in though.
Still allowed in. Of course, you've got to cover getting in, but once you're in there, it's.
I came from India, as opposed to London or Dubai or the sort of normal places. So certainly compared to India, it's much more organised, it's much cleaner, possibly even an insulting thing to say, because of course Iran is a long history for being a very well organised and a very developed country.
Social freedoms are kind of, on average, probably about the same. You know, it kind of goes up and down. You have the odd crackdown, and then things sort of loosen up, and it's very difficult to judge. I mean, even under amending the judge, you wouldn't know whether it was going to get worse or better. I think everyone's feeling initially was it was going to get worse, but you know, 6 months, 9 months on, how much has really changed? Not a great deal.
top is 5,670 meters. You start climbing at middle of the night, 12 o'clock, and you reach to the peak at 6 o'clock in the morning. I think some of our people have done it, and probably Tom has done that, and Martin Traxel has done
Martin
that.
did
Yeah,
it?
yeah. So
wow.
we have some shell climbers.
ای گذشته از فراسوی زمان ای ستون سربلند آسمان سربلندی از تو چون معنا گرفت آتشی شد عشق و در تو جا گرفت یا
God, the slopes are actually fantastic. Little bit slushy at times, but it's great, Omayo.
Yes, it is wonderful.
You need to come with me next time around, and I'll show you. In particular on the right-hand side of the slopes, it's absolutely beautiful.
Okay, next
Then
time.
it's fantastic. And only 1 hour away from Tehran. My wife and 2 of my sons, we went to the Shell Chalet in Shamshak.
My family likes to come there for the weekend too. We come spend 2 or 3 nights in the winter, and also in the summer. It's also wonderful.
There are few girls in snowboarding, but in Alpine there are more.
And you're taking part in a competition quite soon?
I want to be I want to have the first place.
and if you win, what happens?
I will go to Asian Olympic Games next year.
Next year?
Yes.
What I like about Iran is the mountain. Yeah? The first impression you really get is the presence of the mountain, just behind the city, and of course here in Shamshak.
جا مثل کویر نمیشه. همین رمله که شما رفتیم بالاش یه هفته پیش شکل و قیافش یه جور دیگه بود. باد و نسیم اینا که میاد رمله رو همون جا به جا میکنه. و وقتی یه درخت کوچک که میری پاش میشینی یه چای درست میکنی میخوری با کتری و ایزوم اینا درست میکنی میخوری هفته بعدش میبینی بوته نیست میرسی رفت دوباره دمت اورترش میبینی یه بوته دیگه مثلا یه درخت کوچک از این رملو مونده بیرون هیچ جا مثل کویر نمیشه یه سکوتی داره که شما یه شب بخوای اینجا بمونی برابر با 100 شب تو شب دریاچه که آب میگیره هوام راکت بشه باد چیزی میاد این ستاره همون میفتن تو دریاچه اصلا میتونی با دست راحت ورش داری ستاره
You could camp anywhere around here, I think. There's nice caravans all over the place there. Look at them. I mean, there's masses of them, which certainly we haven't been to all of them. But we went to this one here.
Oh, right, okay.
And we slept outside, and it was just lovely. It was perfect temperature. A little bit on the cold side, actually.
So where did you stay in Kashan?
Well, we stayed at the Baguette Inn, actually, which was really lovely. Just fabulous, actually. I mean, Kashan's just great.
we spent the last night in Chak, and we had a great time there, climbing with her on a few mountain tops.
Did you spend the night there?
Yeah, it was really fantastic because we're traveling with a tent, and so it's easy to stay out of the big cities.
Do you think it's a good country for outdoor pursuits, cycling, camping, climbing, hiking, that sort of thing?
Perfect traveling. I mean, the buses are very good in Iran, and yeah, people, they love children.
Pop.
Sandra, in just a moment, please. Yes.
Pop.
Yeah?
Die hätten mich wieder in der Schule besucht.
Oh, sorry.
You went to Takhti Solomon, I think.
Yes.
Tell us
Oh, that was lovely.
About that.
That was really lovely because we stayed in Takal and then went up in the morning. It was pouring with rain, and just as we got there, the sun came out, and it was absolutely beautiful, spectacular.
And still snow on the mountains.
Snow driving through it, the whole time in sunshine, and just to imagine the Sasanian kings sort of making their way from just south of Baghdad with their investiture to go and visit there.
The other thing that I think about Iran is it's a very tidy place in general.
Oh, isn't it?
If you go around,
beautiful gardens.
Some of the facilities might be a bit modest, but they're always tidy.
Yeah,
and I think
clean.
that's terrific.
And clean too.
Yeah.
I mean, the streets are clean, and yeah, I've
no, so you get the impression the community is pretty well organised.
What about hijab? How do you feel about wearing or keeping it on? Let's be more specific.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
It takes a little while to get used to. It's difficult to keep on at times in the wind, so I have
But
a
you
few
look nice
looks.
in it. You look very nice in it. Do you feel different in it?
Yes, a little bit. It makes it a little bit harder for hearing.
شب فراق که دامد که تا سحر چند است مگر کسی که به زندان عشق در بند است یا
With their contemporary art gallery. Have you been there? It's wonderful. The building's wonderful, and the modern Iranian artists are wonderful. And I just, at the moment, the gardens and the chenar trees, and the museums. I wish I'm not good enough to capture glass and pots made, but I tried. But it is inspiring.